while since I provided a bit of an update. Since the last video, the car has been painted. So the colour we ended up going for was Nardo Grey. I was teasing orange for a while, but it was never the colour. We're actually going to go for Nardo Grey the whole time. So this is an Audi colour, and we've had the whole car done as a closed door respray. So it looks quite nice. It's obviously still a bit rough around the edges, need a bit of a clean up from where the painters left a bit of a mess, but apart from that, solid paint job, got it done cheap, it'll do the trick. You know, all the panels are matching now, so that was the main goal. So everything's matching. I've got a few little clips that I'll show you now. Just from the outside, obviously got a set of matching wheels now. So these are XXRs. I'm not sure the exact model name, but decent amount of concave on the fronts. Same deal on the rear. So I picked these up mainly for the fact they've also got legal tread on all four. So it's just going to save me a bit of time and money having to get tyres sorted for my other rims. Obviously still got plenty of those around. I think I've got another 10 rims lying around, but don't have a full set. They're all just little bits and pieces. So job for today, we're pretty much going to be doing a heap of roadworthy items for this car. So being a repairable write-off, to get it back on the road, it needs to undergo a re-inspection by the government. And you pretty much need a roadworthy certificate, proof of purchase, so receipt from the previous sellers, proof that they owned it, so registration certificates, and then you need proof of the parts that you use. So I need receipts from the guy that I bought my motor off, proof that he actually owned it. It's pretty much all just so they can see that you haven't stolen anything and use it to repair your car. So I've got all the documentation ready, and today we're just going to go through and do all the roadworthy items. So basic stuff, make sure the lights work, make sure the horn works, make sure everything's legal, make sure tread's legal, make sure the suspension's all sweet, just a final tune up. We're going to have to make some adjustments to the exhaust, it's a bit noisy. Obviously missing our front indicator lights, both sides, so I've got them on the way. But yeah, it's just little things like that. It's missing a battery clamp, positive terminals, a bit how you go on. So a few little bits and pieces we've got to swap in, but apart from that, it's a pretty cruisy day. I'll just record a few bits and pieces as we go through it. We've been stockpiling a heap of parts over the past month or so, just so we can get it all done in one day and not run out of parts. So these are some kind of important dates. So WOVI is pretty much when we get the car taken off the system as a write-off. So that inspection's on the 20th of December. So we've got from today, which is the 23rd of November, till the 20th of December, we've got that period of time there to get the car up to scratch. It has to be perfect because they'll be looking at absolutely everything. And then we've got our tune on the 10th of January. So the initial plan was to keep this car just NA. I recently sold my other car, had some funds come up, so I've decided to turbo it. So you can kind of half see up the top there, that's half the turbo kit. So got an intercooler, all the piping, all that kind of stuff's all ready to go. And I do have a motor on the way. So I'll be putting a DET Neo into this, which is what they came with from the factory. So that motor's on the way from Japan. I got that organised through JDM Garage. Big shout out to Brad for that. He's been an awesome help. He's helping me out with fuel pump, injectors, and all that kind of stuff as well. So he's been a massive help. Without him, wouldn't be where I am at the moment. So big shout out to him. So yeah, those parts are on the way. Hopefully they're due in at the start of December. So the way I'm working it out is I'll have all my engine and stuff here before the inspection. So that'll give me time to get the new engine on a stand, start stripping it down and do a little bit of maintenance. So I'll be doing timing belt, water pump, thermostat, rocker cover gaskets, and a few other little bits and pieces just to get it up to scratch. Mainly maintenance wise, I won't be doing a head gasket or any studs or anything like that for now. Not aiming for massive power. So it's just going to be running a high flowed factory turbo supplied by GCG. So it is a second-hand turbo. I didn't get it high flowed. Has been used before. This turbo with its previous setup made 400 horsepower at the wheels on E85, so about 300 kilowatts. I'm only aiming for about 350 horsepower. That's at the absolutely max. Probably going to end up with 310, 320. And then power plays. So kind of like Power Cruise, the event that I missed last time, Power Plays a one-day event, and it's on February the 8th. So I've actually got a garage space with a couple of mates. So we'll be right on the pits, we'll be able to get onto the track whenever we want, so we'll get heaps of track time. It's going to be a bit hot on the day, but it's going to be good fun, and based on these dates and how it's all spaced out, everything should be ready on time. So before the 20th, get the motor ready to drop in. As soon as the car's back from inspection, we're putting the motor on a stand and chucking it straight into the car, and then we'll be able to get it tuned. So we're in a bit of a rush when we put these together last time, and we put the brackets on the wrong way without even realizing. So we're just going to spin the shocks around 180 degrees so we can remount these brake line brackets onto them. It's just another thing that Queensland Transport will be going through, and they'll be checking all that kind of stuff. You know, we don't want to be having zip ties and stuff all over the place, so just going to spin those around and get it as legit as possible. So I've managed to knock over a few things. We've swapped the front shocks over like you just saw, and we've fit the wiper motor. Had to make some adjustment to the wipers. They weren't set correctly last time we had them going. So I've made some slight adjustments, got the wipers going. The fuse was blown, so we've replaced that and now everything's working properly. Just got Connor going to be adding in the washer bottle now, so he'll pop that in, we'll plumb in all the lines, and then the wipers will be working, fully functional. And we've got Sam putting in our head unit, having a great time, loving life to its fullest. Have fun with that. So he's going to finish that in. We found some factory plugs off a secondary loom we had lying around, so we've snipped those off and we're just going to resolder them in, hopefully with our Air Pro plugs from the head unit. All our adapters, hopefully they'll just plug in straight into a head unit, and then head unit and speakers will all work. But you know how things are with Skylines, they don't always go to plan, do they?
No. When is it ever going to plan?
Exactly. So what I'm going to be doing is I've ordered a heap of new AC parts. So I've got a new condenser as our old one was broken, and a new AC fan just with good tabs. So what I'm doing at the moment is swapping all the lines across and putting some new O-rings on them. So just a box of O-rings. Over time they just go hard and crack being rubber, so putting a new O-ring so we don't have any AC leaks, putting all that back together, and we'll chuck that in the front of the car.
So, all I've done is we got this down pipe, which is the flange, and I had no welds along the outside there. So what I've done, I've just laid a light bead around the edges. Obviously it's not welded all the way in there. And then the inside is where it was welded and it's been cracked. All I've done is I fuse welded it, sanded it down a little bit just to get it as smooth as we can. It will need to be checked for leaks when it's on the car, but there are no cracks there anymore. It should be airtight if all goes to plan.
So I've pretty much just wired up all the speaker wires and stuff onto the loom that plugs into the back of the head unit there. Just about to strip all the ends of these wires back and match them up with all these ones so it can plug into the loom. It's earth and 12 volt power and all the rest of it, and should be all good to go. Plug in the back and should hopefully turn on with accessories if everything goes to plan. Don't know if everything will though, but you know, you can always try.
But you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but